Hello, and welcome to Elden Ring Chat with your newest Elden Lord, Coriander Dickinson. Joined remotely by, unsuccessful, maidenless tarnished Cameron. It says he's talking, but it's doing that thing again. Amazing. Perfect. Alright, Cameron, I cannot hear you. I'm gonna click stuff until I can hear you again. Whatcha?
There'll be no consequences whatsoever. It's like, I feel so free. Finally, I can just say whatever comes to my mind, and nothing will ever be required. Like, I'll never have to answer for any of it again. Like, for example, I think that, like, some of the MCU movies are not very good.
Which one?
I can just say that and nobody will ever hear it.
No, you gotta be more specific.
Oh, shit. I couldn't actually think of anything really nasty to say in the moment. I was really trying and scrambling for it, and I was like, what's my most controversial, what's my hottest take?
God only knows. I think all of my takes might be like slushy, like just kind of semi-hard, but not... Like you'd need a spoon or a thick straw, but not so much like... They're not gonna wipe anyone out. But yeah, I beat the game! And no one saw. But anyways, we're here playing Disco. It's doing it again. Okay, I have to give the Goxler app focus. Alright, how about now?
Hello, hello, hello.
Well, this is a crime.
Oh dear.
Alright, yeah. So I can hear you. I'm just gonna remember to keep clicking the buttons, and I can't mute the stream audio.
That's weird.
So we're gonna hear sub notifications.
Okay. It feels like something has been rerouted.
God only knows. But that is a discussion for another time. Right now we're a detective who recently, through sheer skill, got a body out of a tree.
Yes, actual sublime skill.
Yep. What else? We've decided to rebuild communism. And we're working on our art degree.
We are. I mean, I feel we have an art degree already, don't we?
Possibly.
Isn't it implied, like one of the thought cabinet, isn't it actual arts degree?
Yes.
Yes. Because this is a 100% spoiled stream, Harry has had a kind of varied career, right?
Yep.
Because he was a high school gym teacher at one point. And he also has an English degree or an arts degree of some kind.
And here
like
he
it
is.
might be a fine arts degree.
Alright. If I make us louder, we'll... Okay, I can still hear you good. Because
Okay.
muting the stream thing made you go away, so... Here's our dead body. We've done the autopsy, right? We tried to stick our hand in the mouth and found nothing.
Oh, we failed the mouth roll?
We failed the mouth roll.
Damn.
But...
Was that a perception check or what check?
Composure or... some other thing? No, it wasn't a yellow check. It was like a psych check or something.
Okay.
But after we freeze him, we can still...
Oh, re-examine?
Re-examine.
Okay.
Alright.
And we can get his shoes.
Yes.
Adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
I guess I can do this.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest.
I thought we did the whole autopsy.
You'll need 3
I think we did we definitely did part of it. Like
Okay.
we did the description, but I don't think we actually like rummaged around in his innards.
Oh, you're on the routing for the stream slider. That's it.
Huh.
Figured it out.
Weird.
Routing. Chat mic. I don't know how any of this works. I'm gonna leave it alone and just nobody do anything. Yes, alright, let's finish this and then get the body in the freezer.
All right.
Oh, so we inflicted them?
This is a
You
team
mean the
effort.
incision on the thorax from a chain cutter. That was not a team effort, and I wouldn't mention it. Muddies the water.
I agree. The waters are muddy enough.
See? These pigs are fucking corrupt.
I kind of miss Kuno's old voice
Right?
actor.
I
This one is doing a fine job, but old Kuno was such a shitbag.
just so unhinged.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Kuno, chat. That's what Kuno sounds like.
Why don't you fuck him if you love him so much?
Now, injuries.
Bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer?
Fatal injury. No. Postmortem.
Agreed. Next injury?
Contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
Perpetrator.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath the description of injury, 2 boxes.
Fatal. I don't think Kim will let me put fatal here.
No,
But
I don't think
I'm not
so.
gonna mess with him.
Right. Next.
Ligature.
Dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured. The cervical column intact.
Which one's the hyoid? Is that up front?
I actually don't know. Let me Google it.
I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1
Yes, it's the
centimeter. No signs
one
of
in your
clawing on
throat.
the neck.
Yeah, the one that protects your vocal cords or whatever, your airways. All right. Right down.
Below
Situated
the
at the
note,
root of the
2
tongue.
customary boxes wait
sorry?
to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
What was that?
Oh, it's situated at the base of the tongue.
Yeah. Postmortem.
Non-fatal.
He is deep in thought, eyes fixed on the bright red ring around the dead man.
Playing a hunch, Kim.
Why do you say that?
Playing a hunch, Kim.
Did you? I'm not so sure. I thought we could establish the cause of death here, officer. Now I think we should leave it empty,
I agree.
at least for the time being. If we don't like it, I can always amend this later, in my paperwork. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
What now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Fulborg for processing.
He's thinking, did I miss something? You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse.
Let's
Alright.
do it.
Search the body again.
Yeah.
Your arm reaches out
Yes!
and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, dead flesh through the latex glove. It's right under the palm of your hand.
What is it? reach right in there.
Yep, just get in
His
there and
face,
rummage
His
around.
cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a rubber spider, your gloved hand crawls on his features.
Squeeze
Everything
nose.
silent, all around.
Honk.
Herk.
You pick it between your fingers. The mass is even larger than your nose. Very porous somehow. Like it's about to pop. Keep crawling, lest you break it.
Alright, let's go in his mouth. Ooh, nicely
The
animated.
oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop. You're on the right
Vivid.
track.
Play with it. This feels right.
Yeah.
The tongue moves freely in the cavity. The mucus of the mouth is slippery, fragile, even through the latex. From the soft meat, teeth are budding. Hard pearls of bone in the gums and in the back of the mouth. Can you feel it? You're so close. Rip his jaws open now. Look in.
Open your eyes and look.
A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from his throat. And there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened.
Say, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Kuno nods, too. He takes a step closer.
Touch it with your finger. Gently.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound.
Put your finger in.
Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
Ugh.
The fuck is happening?
Ah, shit, see?
Brainstem.
Yes, that's what this part is called.
Let's feel around a bit.
The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex. This man will never sleep again. Never wake.
That reminds me of some of my favorite notes in Elden Ring, which are when you come across a dead body, it's like, possibly sleeping. Is this sleep?
Your yellow fingers slide into the remains of the limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres.
It's like right on up there.
The
Yeah.
ululations of the limbic system have ended. All is quiet.
Gonna say there's a cavity cut right between the hemispheres.
The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
Fucking cavity, see?
Quivering with awe.
Push deeper.
Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow.
Too bad.
Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper, until you feel it on the tip of your finger. Ice cold serrated metal. Its edges cut right through the latex and into your finger.
I feel a solid object right under the skull.
Can you get to it?
Inspect the skull first.
There's a tiny crack, a protrusion in the cranium, right in the back of his head. Your finger must be pointing straight at it, from the inside. The object that is in there stops just short of the skull, in the encephalus, knocking this tiny fracture into the cranium.
I didn't know the encephalus was a place. I thought it was
Yeah.
just like, I mean, it makes sense, like tonsillitis, encephalitis.
Yeah. Encephalitic.
Like back in the back?
I guess so. I've never done like an anatomy course.
Hmm.
We have the makings of a very small exit wound here.
Forget about the fucking exit wound, Beano. The pig is wearing him like a fuck puppet.
All right.
All right.
I think we got this.
No, don't say that. Okay. Okay.
Apparently, you've never taken the statistics either, because you would know.
Between your index and middle finger. It
No,
feels
that's
sharp,
XCOM odds.
like with your face twisting from pain and concentration, all you need to do is just...
I got it.
My pig's fucking got it?
What? What is it?
Slowly pull your fingers out.
The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. Sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize between your fingers. With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth. The garden glove is covered in blood right up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower. A blossom made of lead.
Fucking beautiful!
A bullet.
Drop it in. Cha-ching! Murder
Bullet
solved.
falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-caliber. Rifled. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact.
Do I want it?
I love it.
Do I want it? Or do
Is
I
it for
gift
me?
it to Kim?
That's a present for Kim, actually.
That's a present.
I think that's the cooler thing to say.
Keep it, Lieutenant, as a gift
Yeah.
with my spludgy hands.
No, you deserve it. We can log it later. We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion color. Soft palate, back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Sounds about right. Sounds the coolest, but
Is it? Or is saying nothing and just nodding approvingly cooler?
if we nod, I think Kim might nod back.
Yeah. Oh god, yes.
Opinion, fatal injury.
God damned right.
Or should I look at my hands? You ever look at your hands? You ever just think about hands?
I mean, I think we take the W here, right?
Goddamn right.
And one last thing. We can now fill in injury number 3. Ligament mark. Opinion non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
he's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
It was all treatment.
Yes, and the belt around his neck. The hanging. Even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
Dead dabba doop doop.
Deadity dead.
Agreed.
I have had my doubts about this since you told me he was doing something else at the time of his death.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that kind of intuition. I don't usually trust it. But it made me doubt. There have been other signs too. Small things. We were right not to assign hanging as cause of death, as the perpetrators expected we would. No such luck for them.
We didn't fall for it, he thinks. There's pride in there.
Maybe I can have a bath. I think I need to wash myself.
Oh, you really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling Rise should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening.
Oh, good.
Oh, see, this was our problem. We never got filthy enough.
All right.
We just were never covered in, like, ichor.
Who would do this?
That's for us to find out. But this, it will make finding them just a little easier.
Why would anyone do this?
To hide something. The real killer? The real motivation? What really happened here?
Maybe the bullet is a clue.
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
Alright. What happens next?
We put him in a bag and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. The body bag should contain the odor for the duration of the transport. I would drive him to processing, but it's too late to do that today. I'll do it first thing tomorrow. No problem. One more thing. This was really good work, detective.
I don't want to take the body away.
No. Yeah, let's get into the basement.
We've been there.
We have?
Yeah, maybe if I go look at the fridge, it'll give me the option to store the body. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I think I'll talk to the dead man. Or I'll just leave it here until nighttime. And then come back.
Right. Yeah, because maybe we need to do it after Kim's gone to sleep.
Yeah, you do have to do it that way. Regardless. But Kim will take the body away either way. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Bear fridge is on, so...
The bear's eyes are still glowing red, watching over all the...
Oh. Alright. So... What to do? Does Kim have any dark secrets? He's very good at pinball.
Mm-hmm.
I hate
Kim is kind of a nerd.
what do I got? Ooh, let's feel the bullet up.
The bullet is safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with the item number, case number, and date and location the bullet was found. Beside his orderly handwriting, the bullet looks especially sad, like a tiny, shriveled head of cauliflower.
Feel the bullet through the bag.
The squashed bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket has split open. It feels cold, even through the bag.
Maybe it'll answer us if we ask it a question. What do I do with you, bullet?
What?
I said, what do I do with you, bullet?
Well, if I was the bullet, which I'm not, I would say, find the weapon that shot me.
Good idea.
If we find who owns it, we will have likely found who used it, possibly to kill our victim. In conclusion, the more we know about this bullet of yours, the better.
Let's look closer then.
The jacket of the bullet is made of a yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a dark grey core. The base of the bullet is close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
Look at the jacket.
You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet. Little hairlines, linear. It feels standard.
And the core?
It's quite destroyed. Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound.
What can you say about the bullet so far?
I'll just say whatever I say.
Yes, it's as if you've seen bullets before, officer.
It's a jacketed bullet, close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
A jacketed bullet. Okay. It would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, not from a muzzleloader, like those typically found on the streets of Martinez. Even the RCM uses ordinary unjacketed conical bullets. This is strange. Very strange. I like this, officer. Strange means unique. Unique means incriminating. We need to find the gun that shot it.
Continue.
Something tells you that won't be any time soon. This'll have to be one of those epic tasks that's open for a while.
Ooh. Yeah, right, because we found the antiques.
Yep.
Yeah.
Try to determine what type of weapon shot this.
A rifle.
Yes.
Revolutionary period. Your bullet looks to be an old 4.46 millimeter from the surplus left over from the turn of the century. Probably an antique or a retrofitted antique. The 4.46 caliber was widely used with the Belma Grave rifle, a Revacholian manufacturer. The BM dominated the battlefields of the Insulindian theater of the anti-centennial revolution 50 years ago. Incidentally, you have just such a rifle with you. The dusty old thing you found hidden in the basement below the commercial area. It's unusable, sadly. If it were, the bullet would probably fit the chamber.
Is anyone still making these rifles?
No, but Zeliger, a major firearm manufacturer, ended up with a surplus after the war. So there are still a lot of these old military rifles floating around, usually broken. The quality was appalling.
Who uses Belmagrave rifles these days?
Antiques enthusiasts, guerrilla fighters in distant countries, a few lucky jamrock bangers. You're looking for the same thing you found in that hidden weapons cache, only in working order.
What are you thinking?
I think I know where this came from.
Okay. And?
Boom, rifle.
An antique. That makes sense. There can't be many breech-loading rifles floating around in Martinez, or anywhere in Ravachol, really.
It's probably a good thing.
I have to hand it to the monarchs. It's quite admirable that they took the advice of criminologists last century and banned the use of breech loaders in peacetime. Some new RCM recruits get impatient with their muzzle loaders once they've trained with military-grade weapons, but they realize it's worth it in the end.
Worth what? Or maybe it makes you consider every shot?
Yeah, no, I like that.
Imagine if everyone, cops, citizens, had access to firearms that could shoot multiple rounds without pausing to reload. After the first shot, the second, third, and so on come much easier.
Yep.
But back to the investigation.
So... something mysterious is afoot with the antique bullet type.
Mysterious? Okay. Either way, we'll know when we find the gun.
Alright. Right, my brain thing. I just finished.
Oh, yes. Ace is high.
Aces high. For the rest of the world, the Aces High is just a cool Revachol thing, politically neutral. In Revachol, it still holds revolutionary connotations. Also, have you looked at Lieutenant Kitsuragi's clothes? He wears a bomber jacket, just like the ones worn by aerostatic brigades, and those cargo pants could store tools for hot-fixing your aerostatic. Maybe you should ask him about this.
Ooh, that reminds me. The Zom Atelier was restocking the jackets.
So we have +1 empathy towards Kim and +1 esprit de corps.
There will be 30 black aerostat crew jackets.
Also, Princess Intel. The game's in a fictional universe, so there's like kind of a wide range of, early 80s, mostly like 60s, 70s. It's the disco era, or it's just past the disco era in universe.
Yeah, late 70s, early 80s.
But people are getting into like sampling and techno.
Yeah, like you basically run into Kraftwerk.
Scooter. Let's see. We haven't talked to Everard. I talked to Gart. Kuno. Communism. Hum. Maybe I should just buy a book to read. Did I already pay Gart for the night? This is day 1.
I don't think we did.
At
I think we negotiated him
26?
down, but still needed to find the actual cash.
I'll just talk to him instead of checking my journal. Just in case. Kablam.
Can I help you?
Here's your trash container key. I won't be using it.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
The victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Who else has a key?
The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road. Thank you anyway.
Someone on your staff?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Maybe it was you, Gart. Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fugue state.
I think fugue states are more your forte, officer. Yes?
About the money I owe.
Yes. Have you got it?
How much?
For the drinks?
30.
30
Okay,
rand.
anyways,
Yes.
bye. Gonna go cash some cans in. So I don't have to borrow money from Kim. Or I could go accept a bribe from Everard.
Like, this game does such a great job of world building by translating things into its own setting, right? Because Kim wears an aerostat jacket. It's a bomber jacket, but in this universe, it's an aerostat jacket that was worn by blimp crews, right?
Yeah.
Or Zeppelin crews.
Because it's a better universe.
Yeah.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Ka-ching!
Your bottles clunk into the machine. And
I
money
am
appears with a satisfying jingle.
30 cents
You're
short.
a richer man now.
No, that's not how numbers work. It's not like time. We're not going up to 60. We're going up to 100. I'm 70 cents
You're
short.
100% sure you got special Hobocop money for that tier. At least 100% extra tier money. If the numbers on the machine told you otherwise, it's a lie.
So... more bottles. Or I sell a rock or something.
I thought we got Gart down to like 20-something, didn't we?
30.
30? Oh.
Yeah, I'll equip the bag. Oh. Looking for empties, running around. Money on the ground. Money to be found. No? There we go. Ka-chunk. Anything else? Sometimes you can interact with things you see on the ground. Sometimes you can't. Ah, but now I can conceptualize.
A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter soaks in the canal. 2 ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde boy depicted. The sign billboard has fallen on the waterlock, keeping it open, and thus out of order.
What is Samaran butter?
Whatever it is, the boy on the billboard seems very happy about it.
Alright, let's attempt to use our mind powers to recreate what happened. What mysterious thing occurred.
Just some tasteless advertising at the bottom of a canal. No use rubbernecking.
Oh.
Guess we'll never know. I think our bug followed us.
Oh dear. Uh-oh.
think that's just gonna happen whenever we save. Maybe we'll find a new ending.
I mean, one can hope.
Ah. Maybe I should go into the communist room.
Yeah?
Yeah, learn more about communism.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11.
Knock.
No reply.
Examine the padlock.
It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it. Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise.
I like how you can still attempt it without the tool.
Like, just grab the doorknob and, like, shake it correctly until the tumblers fall into place.
Yeah.
This door has been closed with a padlock. The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
After you, detective.
Adventure! Blam. Stuff. Money! Oh, a bullet. And a lounge jacket. So now we have ammo in case we find a working gun.
Ooh.
Alright.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Marzov. Honestly, he does kind of look like you after all.
Salute the statue!
Whoever lives here definitely shares your enthusiasm. There aren't many communists around, not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
You have to admit, looks like me.
Hold on a second. Is this why you broke in here? To find out whether you're Krasmazov?
I have to investigate all the possibilities.
Except that Krasmazov is dead. He's been dead for 50 years now.
Come on!
Well, you both do seem to share an affinity for sideburns. But it seems like old Kras here didn't drink nearly as much as you.
Maybe it was before he started drinking.
Very well. Let's look for identifying features then. Doesn't he have a birthmark right here? What about you?
I can't see my own face.
Alright, but here's the big thing. Krasmazov looks Samaran, and you don't.
Do I claim to be part Samaran? Or just say no, he doesn't?
Don't you dare.
No, he doesn't!
Yes, he does. Look at his eyes. Wasn't his mother a Samaran immigrant?
Oh, yeah, well, nothing in common. You're right.
Good, so you're not him.
I might not look like him, but I know in my heart. Krasmazov, that's me!
Okay, you win. Be Krasmazov then. I don't care. Why are you so hell-bent on proving that you're Krasmazov anyway?
I'm a communard? That seems... Yeah.
Alright, Kras. You fought in the revolution and everything, if you say so.
Bye-bye. Revolutionaries love to pose with their guns. It's true. Something you can't get out of your head. Krasmazov, the father of scientific communism, the premier of the Communist Party of Shestenggrad during the anti-centennial revolution, head of the 11-day government, sideburn-toting bearded figurehead of the movement, shot himself in the mouth and died. One day in his cabinet as things were collapsing around him, just gave up. That's not good propaganda, is it? Be a communist, shoot yourself in the mouth. Something about this irks you. Good thing I've got room in my brain for it. Maybe he was a weak communist. Not strong like
Clearly.
me. Ooh, can I steal these shoes? Give me the shoes. Or money. I also accept money. Yep. Money donations, cash donations.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
I know there's drugs in here.
The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. You can feel tension on the other side.
Come on.
A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
That's a bug. This is the police. Open up.
Do I have to open the door?
Yes.
Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
Okay, but what if I talk to the old lady? What about then, Kim?
Yeah,
Give me a
Kim.
moment. Ask away, policeman.
Who lives in number 10?
No one lives there. It's been empty for months.
But I talked to someone through the door.
Impossible. I would know if someone had moved in there. Maybe it's those countercultural people again. Breaking into a house like it's a public space. You're a policeman. Be good and take a look, will you?
See, now I have to do it.
Great. Young people. They're worse than rats. You know, always littering the hallways with trinkets and empty beer cans.
That's all.
She mumbles some kind of a response, then hacks something into her handkerchief.
Doodly doodly doo.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
This apartment is supposed to be empty. Did you break in here?
Excuse me? Of course not.
Are you cooking morphine in there?
Oh, come on.
That was smart.
Ka-ching. Howdy, howdy, howdy. What we got here? Shoes. Alright, and... stuff. Mattress. Not a good mattress. And... blister pack of medicine. Yes! Ka-chunk. Drugs. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
My name is Marielle Charpentier, and I'm an agent with Martinez Realty Associates. I am not breaking in, as I have every right to be here. The keys, see?
Marielle Charpentier sounds like a name I would make up.
God, I forgot her smile. It's almost as pained as ours. Maybe more
Boy,
so, actually.
There are a lot of different keys there. More than 20 at least. Her voice is really cheerful, despite her obviously hating you.
Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too?
Sure!
It feels flimsy in hand, with the words Revachol Zone of Control written under a nondescript municipal logo. There's a picture of her with shorter hair inside, along with all her personal details.
Nice haircut.
Thank you. Do you have any questions? I need to be back in Midtown in an hour.
I glimpsed a foreclosed apartment down the hall.
Oh, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3. We closed the apartment and planned on auctioning off the valuables, but And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen. But Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighboring door. And there's a hole in the wall. A hole in the wall. Can you believe it? And then the tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone. The money's gone. Just like that.
The sum must have been puny.
Astonishing.
Oh, it irks her. The incompetence.
My money has also disappeared, I think.
Well, it does not disappear from my hands. No, I don't let it.
Oh, couldn't have been that much money.
These apartments are perfectly fine. They have gorgeous architecture, a million-real view of the bay, good ventilation, neighbors, life, spark, and they are affordable. I'll tell you, Martinez has a future. In a few years, it's going to blossom with artists and creatives and those radio computer wizards.
It's as if they're real wizards, able to resurrect dead real estate and breathe life into bank accounts.
So what happened with the wall?
Don't ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find the time or resources to fix it. Both apartments are now unrentable. Both.
All right, bye.
Of course.
Guess I'll talk to the cleaning lady. Tell her that there's a lady there.
Give me a moment.
I didn't find any counterculture people in apartment number 10. It was just a real estate agent setting up the room for new tenants.
I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them.
Yep, radio computer wizards are coming. They're gonna save the place and the economy.
Oh, I do like wizards. And people like that in general. They have a lot to tell us about our fates.
She means clairvoyance.
Bye! Alright. Do I think I have enough cans to thing, or should I stop at Roy's? At the pawn shop.
Difficult to anticipate.
Yeah, because I've got some postcards. I'll just ditch the postcards, sell my cans. That should be enough to cover the night. When does time pass? When you are in conversation. So, walking around, no time passes. You can also read books or play board games.
Right, yeah, I forgot playing board games actually passes time. And so, yeah, that's honestly really clever. I like that.
Bam, bam.
Hello again. How can I help you?
Sell stuff.
Sure. Let me have a look.
Access
Anything
funding.
else you're thinking of selling?
This. Should I sell Kim's handkerchief that I vomited on?
No.
I'm never giving it back to him. Oh. Alright. Alright.
Kim gave that to us because he loves us.
Alright. I'm gonna go pay for my room. Have I ever run out of money to pay Gart with? Yeah, I've slept in the dumpster. And it is a game over.
can I help you? Yes, have you... Well?
Here's 30 real.
Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. It's good you paid before 9 p.m., or your door would have been locked electronically. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
Nope. Let's go back here. Doodly-doo. Money. Alright, dude.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek. It must be his name. Garancy. Garancy Kubek. Sounds representative.
Definitely 100% his name. Anyways,
Yes.
got some questions.
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
You've got impressive pots.
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
Hey, I don't need anything else. Stay masculine. Alright. Got $1 to my name. A bunch of time to kill. I am going to ask Kim about his clothes. Hey, Kim.
Yes?
I want to talk about you.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
Rapport.
That's a fair point. Alright, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
Kim, you're wearing a Revolutionary Air Brigade jacket, aren't you?
What? These? It's just seasonal clothing.
Those look like airman pants. Good for storing tools in.
Where is this going?
You see, I have this place in my head where I develop new ideas and connections.
Interesting. I think it's called the brain.
It's no their brain.
No, normal people don't have this. It's like a mind laboratory, a spiritual R&D division. No, a palette. No, better yet, a painter's atelier of concepts.
Okay, Art Cup.
Okay, indeed. And in this atelier, I have realized that you harbor some kind of sentiment towards the Revolutionary Air Brigades.
I do not harbor a sentiment for Revolutionary Air Brigades in particular.
So just air brigades, then.
Okay, I wanted to become an aerostatic pilot. Then I turned 10 and realized we no longer have an air force.
Are you sure the Revolutionary has nothing to do with this?
Of course. Here's my gun and badge. They'll put me in the chaise for this. But it feels good to have it off my chest.
Definitely running into more of those issues than was expected.
Oh, the
labeled lines.
Yes.
Anyways, Gorsi Kuvek means hot cup?
Is it Hungarian or?
Yeah, what is it? Is it like the game's developers I think are Polish, so
Polish?
Some European language that isn't English or German. It's Polish. Estonian. Ah. Dear Mr. Hot Cup. The developers are Estonian. Okay. Thank you. My mind is satisfied.
Good.
That's all.
Good.
I'm happy. Got 3 stat points available. I could run the number on the victim's armor. I could have a bath. I don't want to introduce Kim to our room. It just makes me sad. Yeah, I'll run the number.
Interesting bit of trivia.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio.
Yeah.
The orange bomber jacket that Kim is wearing, the reason in our world that you might see that is because the lining of US Air Force bomber jackets was orange and they were reversible for high vis.
So like black on one side, orange on the other, kind of?
Yeah. If a pilot needed rescue, they could turn their jacket inside out.
Huh. Pick up the radio.
The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Lieutenant? Huh.
Hello, Alice.
I would
Please
never
assist
have
our colleague from the 41st
figured
precinct.
her as
I'm putting him
French.
But that's like the first time I've heard that word pronounced in the way that looks like it's spelled. Like, usually we get lieutenant.
Yeah.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
Come in, Delta 10. This is Firewalker. Copy.
This is Officer Alice Ep3, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
You could swear she was friendlier with the lieutenant.
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
Could you run a serial number from a pair of armored boots for me?
Sure, officer. What's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it.
E50 100 1000. The make and model of the armor is Fairweather T500 VE.
Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully, was there anything else?
Alright, bye. I'm done. I'm good. Bye.
57.
Farewell.
In the cabin, you see...
Doobie doobie doo. Burr. 18 o'clock. We have 3 hours to kill.
Speaking of o'clock.
You're right. Break time.
It is.
We will be back shortly after some messages. See you soon, chat. Alright, back at it again. Got the correct mouse and keyboard. I am going to... So we're running the number. Can't do this for a couple days. We could go to Everett. Sounds like Cameron's running water in the background. Hello, Cameron. I can't remember if we opened the door. Did we make it past Measurehead? The unfortunate thing is that I've played this game like 8 or 9 times, so it's hard to keep track. Hello!
I have returned.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Alright. Wait, where are my stats? So, physical instrument isn't looking good for us roundhouse kicking this man in the head. So I think we're just gonna squeak on by the back way.
Seems reasonable.
Actually, I wonder. Can I? No. There is fast travel, but it's very finicky.
Mm-hmm.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
What is this?
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
One time.
There's a secret
Yes.
door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly.
Pull the panels aside.
There it is. You see a shabby little door.
We're throwing rocks tonight.
How much health stuff? I should probably buy one more health. Or maybe I'll rummage around because I'm gonna pick up some money on the way to Everett. And then I can go buy drugs to keep me alive. I don't know how many health specific checks there are on the chair, but I could just, quick save beforehand.
It does seem wise.
All right, let's sniff some yellow.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine, sweet amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
I wasn't thinking about taking it, I swear. I was thinking about justice.
Of course, detective. Swift justice. Don't worry, we don't have to investigate every trace of narco.
Yeah, swift, lightning justice. Faster, harder, justicer.
See that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
Money? I don't think there was any other money in here. Was I holding my bag or did I swap it for the chain cutters? Because there's bottles up here from my raucous party. Tools. Baggy. Alright. Over here. Down here. Get the thingy from the bucket. What's this box? Yeah. Oh, we're good. We're good. We can just go through. Yeah. Assuming I can, make the jump. Look at that, Kim. It's a jacket.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. Man down. A trooper has been left behind the enemy lines.
I love that. Look at that sad trooper over there.
I could swear it's more of an instinct than anything else. But you know it's a cop's cloak.
A cop's cloak. It's a cop's cloak.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
Look around?
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. The look in his eyes is a mix of the engineer-like interest and the wonder of a 6-year-old seeing a horse for the first time. That machine is a Kvalsund 1020 HK.
Ooh.
Motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
Yes, that's one way of putting it. It's certainly an impressive achievement of engineering. But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here.
Yes, to Emily, I am saving the green blobs for if I get the brain thing that gives me XP for them. I don't remember which one it is, though, so it'll be lucky. I have to take my pants off. 1 second. Oh, wait, no, these aren't the... It's the other
those
pants
aren't the two
that
tight
are...
ones.
Yeah. The shoes, though.
Yeah.
Shoes gotta go.
The Cuban heel is no good for this kind of work.
Just gonna... Is it indirect modes of taxation that does the green things? Anyways, anything that raises my savoir-faire? No. We're good.
The luxury of fine things. Just look at those black monk straps. After spending an entire day hustling, who's to say that you didn't deserve a pair of ridiculously expensive shoes on your tired feet?
I didn't know I could get rid of the shoes.
Huh.
Do I want indirect modes of taxation? Yeah, let's just dump them.
Let's hope no one saw you wearing these outrageously expensive and ultra-liberal shoes.
Nice. Alright, let's... save. No buggies, and...
Tarpaulin cloak with
jump for it!
Elysium markings is still caught on the railing. Nope, no. That's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a gymnast. You're a boxer. And you've climbed way too high up there.
Alright, next time. I should just die. Oh, the shame. Oh.
Did Kim see?
Yeah, he was there the whole time. Rip.
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm.
Help! Someone!
Yeah. Screaming isn't happening on account of extreme shortness of breath. You're just making it worse. Oh God, it's painful. There's no shame in surrendering now. We all do. It gets so dark.
Rip
suffers final.
Alright.
Oh well.
Oh well. Time to try again. Alright. Inventory. We're good.
The tarpaulin cloak.
Kablam!
RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
Skip.
Nope.
Fine.
No.
Fine.
Sure. Just be careful.
Fine. What do I have? Wait. Is it speed?
Don't you have an XP point?
Well, yeah, I do have an XP point. But I was wondering what the Motorix boosting thing is, and I think it's either speed or per holy gun, but
right.
Savoir-faire. There we go. Level up. Boom. Now we can do it again. And we'll succeed this time. Guaranteed.
Tarpaulin
Quite.
cloak RCM markings is still caught.
100% success.
Hmm.
Nope. No.
No.
That's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a gymnast. You're a boxer.
Okay.
You've climbed
Alright.
way too high up there.
Yeah. Alright, so
Sure.
I'm gonna reload. And I'm trying to think if there's something I can grab quickly that would help.
Hmm.
No, I should just do it.
A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
First try.
As you leap in the air, a chilly
All
breeze
right.
engulfs you, sharpening your senses.
Close your eyes. Let your senses take in the world around you.
Ankles tingling from the tension, blood roaring in your ears. You are ready for your rendezvous with the concrete pavement below.
He's so on the money, Bratan! Just imagine yourself dual-wielding a bottle and a flaming cigarette whilst airborne!
I always forget how good. Always forget. I really enjoy how good Horrific Neckties voices are.
Alright. Wham.
As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline.
Hell yeah. My climbing might not have been as disco as your jump, but can we still get an aces high?
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in.
Okay, let's get some bottles. Just look at them. Look at all that money.
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
Did I do this?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
Looks like I had fun.
Yeah.
It really, really doesn't.
Yeah.
Let's turn our attention elsewhere and move on.
Alright. Da, 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 da. Get out of my way. I'm hoovering. One more? Any more? Nope. Nope. Alright. What are you doing in there? Kim! Get out of that shack. I can steal Renee's drugs later. I'm gonna drop the container.
A rusting marsh. On with a loud grind. The crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Because I think if we get in, there's either an art cop thing or a communist thing we can do with the billionaire.
Oh, yeah, the ultra high value individual.
Yeah.
Which has now been fulfilled. To move this container.
What's inside?
Who can say? All you know is, it's special.
I can't see how that was worth the ruckus, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
And then this button does
The
nothing.
crane does not return to its original position. It does not move at all.
Yeah, so I have to try to get in. Actually, let's get this first.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
Is this like your thing with that wall again?
Maybe.
You do? Because I don't.
Why?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
It feels special.
It's a cargo container, detective. Just like all the others. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to interview the union boss.
Knock on the door.
No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container.
Open the door.
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Alright, I'll try that later. Or... yeah, it's a white check, so... I mean, there's a chance.
There is a chance. There is a chance.
I just don't
It's
want
very
in
faint.
here right now. I don't want to go in right now.
Okay, then yeah.
I'll skip it for now.
Then let's not.
Doodly doodly doo. Money, money, money. So, the thing Leo says up here, container, container, I have had stuck in my head for the last 2 weeks for no reason. Just been wandering around the house, container, container.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along. The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisunt on Muindi.
I like that there's like a spelling thing in encyclopedia.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's cute.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
Hi.
Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
The look in his deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen. Kind of makes you feel like an arsehole for no apparent reason.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
What's with you people in scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
What's in the container over there? The one that I lowered.
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Told you.
Do you work here?
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo. I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio.
Suckle.
Distressing.
Ugh.
But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes I am, yes I am.
Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic.
So tell me more about her.
Oh, Lizzie, she is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly. But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood, knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure.
For a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eyes.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids. Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years, she has.
So Everett trained a lawyer named Miss Beaufort. Interesting.
You're doing a great job, Leo.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really. Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are all right.
The white rectangle on your clothes might not mean an awful lot in Martinez, but the recognition from an authority figure made Leo's day.
You're Ubi, right?
Oh, yes. Born and raised in Arish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
What you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
Don't know if I even have any cigarettes or something to make me smarter. Red check? Red check.
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains rising behind Leo is all red in Union colors. It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core. There appear to be cisterns underneath the Union container covers.
Cisterns. What is underneath these red covers?
Oh, I don't know, mister. They say it's some chemicals. Most of them have labels on them, I think.
That's weird. I don't know what that could imply. Chemicals.
Chemicals.
Why do you need to change the covers?
No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone.
It's true. This looks like a massive redecorating operation, Kim.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union logo on them.
Thanks, Leo.
Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
Cheers.
Bye-bye now.
Alright, let's go inside. Are we ready for the boss fight?
Ooh. Oh, thinking of Everard as a mini boss.
Yeah.
Is actually quite interesting.
Doodly doodly doo. Wish I could take the fish clock.
Oh, that's his adding machine.
Is the walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Alright, let's get straight to business. There's been a murder.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
Gestures to a tiny chair opposite his giant desk.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
Power move.
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair on the other hand.
Just like drawing green lines through everyone's posture in this.
Ha!
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Take a seat.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
remain serious, or should I just tell him the chair is uncomfortable?
Don't give him the satisfaction.
Alright.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense. It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Show it up your ass?
Yeah. I mean...
Are we taking bribes?
We are a man of means.
Yeah, we're great. We're fine. I'm good.
Okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts, then. Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
I'm not worried. I got this.
Are you all right, Harry? You say you got this, but you seem a little anxious to me. Don't be. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Ying.
Do I jellify myself? Just straight liquid?
Do we have the option?
I can try to get Kim help, or I can just close my eyes and click the red check.
I'll watch.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun, and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna try.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
There are no Harrys.
While Everard is distracted by your odd behavior, the lieutenant's eyes are mapping everything around you. The folder, desk, papers on the wall.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Should I throw Mr. Dubois at him? I don't think his reaction is... I think he's just like, well, you've stumped me. I have no idea what you're talking about if you do that. But what if I do? Actually, this chair's uncomfortable. I could use that glass of water.
What an odd demonstration of... Got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
I think that's the same answer, yeah.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions. It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
What's in the container that's outside your office?
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
Special.
Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
Alright. I met Joyce.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Just pals?
Yes, we're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you shouldn't work with her just because you and I are such good friends. I'm not a jealous guy.
Joyce said the previous union leader just vanished under suspicious circumstances.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Funny, Joyce didn't mention any casserole.
Harry, Harry, Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is, her heart wasn't in it. Mine was.
That much is true. His heart truly is in it. Though you wouldn't think so by looking at him.
Huh.
If it's spilled blood you're looking for, then there certainly isn't any in his expression or demeanor now.
Why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
Wow.
It's a fortress. He knows she can't get in here. He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Alright, something else.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization.
Clearly.
I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everett doesn't mind.
What?
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now.
Huh. It's just weird that he said Everett doesn't mind.
Oh. Could it be the other brother?
Edgar? Like, I've always kind of wondered that, if it's Edgar.
Doesn't Joyce mention that Edgar has a lazy eye?
He says he doesn't have the same... It's a little ambiguous. Let's talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to discuss it with you. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
Not gonna say anything.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
No?
Oh, you're being too modest, my friend. But don't worry. This annoying thing I have is completely legal. I just need you to open a door.
Keep it cool, baby boy. You can use this. Groove with this. Play along. Let him throw his weight around. And when he throws it too much, and you've got him off guard, that's when you trip him up.
I bet you don't even know anything about the hanging.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
So I think I can refuse it off the start and then come back and accept it.
Yeah, like negotiate.
Yeah. No.
Of course, Harry, I understand. But if that's the case, I don't think we'll ever find your gun. Even worse, we won't be able to speak like equals about the murder. Perhaps this was just bad timing for you. Know that you can always come back to me. I really hope you do. For your sake, my sake, and for your gun's sake too.
Yes, we both understand what you meant.
This may be the only way, he thinks. I won't hold it against you. In fact, we probably should reconsider later.
Yeah.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Great. Wouldn't want to get stuck in here.
Here. You're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry.
What does that look like? Can I... No, doesn't even appear in my inventory. The Union card. And now I can go snoop in his office. Doodly-doo. Do-do-do-do. So I think our
You're
odds
before the cargo container.
No.
It's drawer.
I thought,
yeah, they got better once we...
Yep. But apparently, maybe not.
Oh.
I do want to find out about the Whirling Special Borscht, so I'm gonna dig through the cabinet here. Because maybe we can get everyone drunk. Get Mr. Hot Cup to turn up the vodka.
Ooh.
What's this? Giant ass print. Alright.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
So unfortunate.
Let's see what's inside, he thinks. The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders.
Boop.
Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara. And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Anything interesting?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
Big money?
One time?
Blurry all the lines on these papers are. How unwieldy your own willpower is to yourself. You're like an absurdist Samaran monk, focusing through not focusing. Hermeneutics was almost within your grasp, but now only vague letters float before your eyes. Less meaningful, but aesthetically more pleasing.
Could I actually focus through not focusing?
You're a police officer, not a spiritual healer. You can focus the normal way by turning your attention to something and not letting go.
If I let my eyes go completely out of focus, all shapes start melting into each other.
Is that what you're doing with those photos over there?
Yes.
Right. This is probably not relevant to our case. After all, we're not investigating an accounting mystery.
Again!
We can do it.
Oh!
Devastating!
Oh.
Something about containers. The door slides shut.
Later. Give me stuff. One more? Yeah. Glasses. Neat office shades. Do these raise my volition? Would these have helped? Visual calculus. No. Oh, wait. Pamphlet. Communist Manifesto. There we go. There's criticism about Tip Top in there. How street racing or watching racing is only for the violence. Alright. Oh, I'm gonna go cash in my bottles.
Ooh, yes.
Good idea, Corey. We can just skip talking to
The
measure
tea
ahead?
machine
Yeah.
stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk into...
Okay. Yeah, I think I have to... If I want to make it sideways, I have to go into Kuno's shack and look at the magnesium. Right? Or just seeing the speed do it?
I honestly forget what's in Kuno's shack.
He's got a pig head. He has Night City. There's the amphetamine, and then I can get the little bottle from him with the straw in it if I want just a little speed snack later.
Right. Yeah.
I can also try punching him. But yeah, I'm gonna talk to Roy about my gun. Doodly-doo-doo-doo.
Because we actually pawned it, right?
Yep.
We didn't lose it.
Yep.
Hello.
Although since then it has
can I help
become lost. Really, Roy lost it.
Yeah, it's Roy's fault. Yeah. By the way, do you happen to have any guns, like the ones carried by cops, like me per se?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
Was the buyer a policeman too?
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Yeah.
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
Maybe she's a vigilante. Wants to prove she can do our jobs better than we can. Or
Seems
should I
likely.
be like superstar? Like she's one of my big fans.
Ooh, yes. Oh, I like that. I mean, we are, after all, our cop.
We're not Superstar Cop, though. We're Art Cop and Hobo Cop. That's boring. Rabid fans!
In that case, she'll be happy to get a visit from us, if we can find her.
Where can I find her?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
At least I know how I lost my sidearm. Let's talk about something else.
Of course.
Just God, no. Do I want a shirt? Do I want the headless Fallen Rider? It's 8 for the record, or the cassette player, isn't it? Or is it 12?
Catches your... This is you. Golden orange. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Are you sure this is all in working order?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres, even though I don't really like music.
This Stereo 8 approved machine here
is the Harman Welsh W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul, plays all reel-to-reel formats, 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
So if I sell one of my...
Hello again. How can I help you? Sure. Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
13? Ugh. Ugh. That's not nearly enough money.
Another time, perhaps.
Later. Okay. I think it's time for another break.
I think you are right.
Alright, I'm just gonna pop us into the whirling so the music's a little different during break.
Okay.
Not just rain noises. And then I'll play some commercials, and we will continue after that.
All right.
All right. Here we go, chat. Enjoy these commercials.
All right. See you then.
All right, I am back. For a second there, it looked like Kim was flying above the ground. What do I need to do? I'm gonna wait to talk to Joyce until I have my badge. So I guess I could just read the little Communist Manifesto or maybe sniff some gum.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Why antlers?
Because white antlers are one of the symbols of communism. They represent a society in accord with the natural world and at the same time above it.
Why Friesel?
Because Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see.
Flip through the pages.
To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. No advertisements, you notice. So who's funding this radical commentary? After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections: international development, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
Read the editor's note.
Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turned to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée. Unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel, La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers. Perhaps they've overestimated the market demand for this kind of commentary. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
Play it cool. Nothing. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's in order.
Unflappable.
Yeah.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Let's see what they mean by local concerns.
Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike. You skim the headlines. Paint the harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First we take Martinez, then we take La Delta. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Capeside apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
Huh.
Charging rent just to live somewhere is pretty outrageous.
The writer G. Martin remarks dryly that capitalists love wealth redistribution, so long as it's only redistributed upward. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
I want to catch up on international developments.
This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations and the Free State of Semenine. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border, something about bear wrestling in Samara, book riots in Yugograd. Face it, you really aren't interested in foreign affairs. You're not even sure where most of these countries are. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
What is Kunst und Kultur?
It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture. As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS.
What
Aha.
CS have we heard or met? Could it be Cindy the Skull?
That would be CTS.
The main
No,
feature
CS must...
is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective.
CTS? That's crossing the streams, Cameron.
It's true.
Ooh, Carlos Santana. You're right.
Oh, ooh.
Let's read the profile of CS.
This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A. made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer.
What's this tip-top tournay?
The actual article is surprisingly light on details, but after skimming a page or two, you gather that it has something to do with motor carriage racing. If you don't follow it, you only ever hear about the ludicrous sponsorships and obscene death toll.
Well, let's see what the communists have to say.
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colorful drivers. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tournay.
What's wrong with Tip Top?
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships, and then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes.
Who wrote this stuff?
Oddly enough, this article has 2 bylines: Nasdeb Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka. There's no way those are real names.
Why not?
Have you ever met anyone named Exilus? Come on, they're plainly pseudonyms.
What's so bad about sponsorships?
Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity. Thus, the so-called tournay becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a Fritta.
Right, but then you get to see them crash.
And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest. At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for.
Am I?
It does seem probable.
You're right. I really am just in it for the violence.
You see, one cannot avoid the conclusion that Tip Top Tournay is simply the apotheosis of spectacular entertainment under capitalism.
Hey, Kim! This article says no one really watches Tip Top Tournay for the races.
Oh, come on. Can this article read your mind?
It seems to think so.
A certain kind of young man reads 1 or 2 books and suddenly thinks he understands the secret structures of reality. If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race. I take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
You flip back to the front of the magazine.
Alright. 20 o'clock. Getting close. Let's talk to Kuno. But this rain is doing lovely things to the corpse.
It must be.
Kuno, did you see my wicked jump?
Necromancer pig? That shit was dark. Going in there like that. Oh, brutal shit. Tell me. Kuno dies. You gonna pick one out of his brain like that too? Kuno's gonna go out in a hail of bullets. Gonna look like a fucking porcupine.
Porta Rosa, a side alley of the Boogie Street Spearhead. A young man in his early 20s approaches patrol officer Emile Mullins and asks for a cigarette. As Officer Mullins reaches in his coat pocket for the pack of Astra he just purchased this morning, the man shoots him point blank in his chest. Breathless, the patrol officer collapses in the gutter. His right hand is grabbing the armor on his chest. The bullet didn't pierce it, but he can't breathe. On the pavement, the patter of the perpetrator's feet growing distant. Bleed, pig, someone opens a window and says, but Emile cannot see who. His sight grows dim with pain.
I'll be there for you, Kuno.
Yeah.
Alright. Found your shack.
You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in?
I phase shifted through the roofing material.
Shit. Get the fuck out of here. You can't do that.
He can't do that, Kuno. He's trying to fuck at you again.
Pigs can't displace. Can't do that teleport shit. How did you like it in there, pig old boy? Kuno's got a lot of cool shit there, right?
There's a plate covered in powder. Know anything about that?
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
I've heard enough of this.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
What do you know about the body?
Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno. Pig's choking. He's totally choking.
I don't have questions.
Fucking idiot Mulkapa. Doesn't know any questions.
Alright.
Kuno doesn't...
If I go look at the magnesium, I can mag it sideways. I just don't know if I want to. Maybe it's bath time?
Ooh, bath time does sound nice.
Alright. Sorry, Kim. You're about to see something unspeakable. It's either that or I buy a book. Or we could learn about cryptozoology.
That is a possibility.
Hello again, sweetie.
I don't know anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
I hope you're right. I hope it's not too bad.
You know where we are, right?
The Whirling and Rags cafeteria. It was on my keys.
That's right. And where is the Whirling and Rags cafeteria itself located?
The edge of civilization.
We're in the city of Revachol, dear.
Okay.
Yes, and Revachol?
I don't know anything.
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
I have an option for Apocalypse Cop.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah. We're approaching the end times.
I think Lena can handle it.
Perhaps, dear. Perhaps. But for now, it's just the spring of 51.
She is perturbed by your not knowing what year it is, but not by your mention of the apocalypse. It must be the end times. The lieutenant studies you, rubbing his chin. I'm beginning to suspect that you might indeed be completely adrift in this reality, thinks the lieutenant. How can it be that bad? Never mind. We're in this now.
I don't know if I want reality lowdown, though.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Ultra-liberalism.
Where is it? I'd like to think it's the dictatorship of the proletariat, but something tells me it's not.
Accurate.
Oh, sweetie. It's really not.
Really not.
There used to be people who thought that way. Other people who wanted those things, but they all went extinct. Revachol is a zone of control led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own, and certainly no dictatorship of the proletariat.
But they still have cops.
If there's no government, how come there's cops?
Oh dear, this is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
Who could tell me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
No. I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Just no. Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm.
Of course.
This is not a conversation we are having.
Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
Alright. So there's half an hour left. Bath time. Doodly 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 doo. Doodly 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 doodly. Do 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 do.
Do 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 do.
All right. Welcome to my abode. Bath time? What? No bath? Why not bath?
Yes?
Maybe because Kim is here.
Get out of my bedroom. Picking up bottles. Genuinely dislike how many bottles on screen are not objects.
Not clickable?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else? Did I do this?
I thought we did.
Broken in its frame.
Oh.
The shards face out.
Yeah.
A fine web of more likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. The shoe you found on the balcony fits the hold almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force. Congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe.
What a stupid thing to do.
Pretty much. But hey, at least you found your shoe.
Mm-hmm.
I should put my shoes back on. Alright. I guess I can just talk to Kim. Time genuinely doesn't seem to... Oh, we did that and then we died and didn't do it again. Right.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Doesn't seem like time's going as fast as usual. I can talk to this door. I don't feel like doing that. Go show the old men the gun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Hey, you.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
Honey, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
Observe.
See? Your munching and complaining have ruined my concentration.
Could the objective of the game be to throw the metal ball so it lands by the wooden ball?
Ah, mon Dieu. The pain in my back is unbearable. I can't even say if it's in my back or hip anymore. Feels like it's in both.
I hope you pass out from it, you goddamn jellyfish. Men like you are the reason this nation is sinking.
Gotta ask, Jet. Do we always huck the ball into the sea? Like, or is there a way to actually play petanque?
Didn't we give up an opportunity to buy a petanque ball earlier?
We sold the
From
ball,
Roy?
a shot put ball.
Right. Oh, it was a shot put, not
Yeah. And that's the ball we can give them to replace the one we huck into the sea. But
Right.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to ruin the game.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Life doesn't need to be a struggle. I'll be with you in a moment, officer. Let me just finish my sandwich. Talk to Angry Hard René first.
Okay, I'll talk to Renee. I won't do the ball thing.
Stop right,
René.
You're such a wuss.
Oh.
Oh.
Sure, officer. I am René Arnaud. And my specially abled partner here is Gaston Martin. How can we help you?
Do you know anything about the man?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
And most of the locals?
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
Oh, okay, so if you fail the check. And also like, my physical instrument's just 1, so I could have. But I've never failed before.
I do, yeah, I love the failure being playing the game with them.
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
Should I try to get the sandwich? Let's see.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present, and almost no future.
You're playing in a crater.
Yes.
Do you know what
The
created
terrain
it?
here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game. I do. Fire from heavy artillery.
Okay, it's a crater left by artillery fire. But why?
Why what?
Why was heavy artillery used?
Because that's what happens when communists hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Did you use artillery fire against them?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
They should have chosen a place away from people and buildings.
This place is the damn beachhead, son. They had to soften the commies up first.
The beachhead?
Yes. The military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
Shake your head and look down at the crater.
This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
hallowed ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
That explains all the war damage.
Damn right, son. They lit the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too. The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the Coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still hold influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players at the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the...
That's exactly how it should be. Soft socialists paving the way for the hard working class to take over.
Preposterous! Surely you don't mean it. I'm just sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those commie hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking my piss in the mountains. I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frisel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
This royal failure weighs heavily on him.
Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio.
You know what it got us? Toothpaste ads. Ugh.
This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
What was the suzerain?
The suzerain is the king. Has everyone forgotten already? They've forgotten already.
Soon, they will forget everything. Him too. Then he chooses anger over melancholy.
It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
Anything you can tell me about this rifle?
It's a Bell McGrave, 4.46 caliber, breech loading, Revachol made. Good weapon, accurate and reliable.
His moves are quick and precise as he first checks the weapon, then aims it at the sea. This man knows firearms intimately.
This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty. Where did you find her?
What do you mean find? This is my rifle. I've always had it. Should I tell him it's in the ground, or should I be like, sorry, I can't divulge that information?
You can probably tell him.
It's in the basement.
I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here. Back in the day, everyone had something stashed away. As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM-446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find.
I'm gonna try the composure check.
Yeah.
All you observe is a veteran refusing to let go of the past and his old uniform. This is not uncommon.
This is the uniform of the Royal Carabineers in service of Frisel I, Guillaume le Lion, and the valiant King Philip V before him.
Don't you mean Frisel the Fan?
Hey!
You do not speak his name, Craven, although he was a clown. But he was our clown, ours to ridicule and to mourn.
There's something you missed. You will get to it. Don't worry.
Alright.
I have really outdone myself. This is divine.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat arse of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
René, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
What are the rules of the game?
Oh, the goal is to throw your bull as close to the cochonnet as you can. That's the cochonnet.
Tell me more.
Well, first, you draw a circle about a half a meter in diameter. We made ours out of rope. Then, the order of play is determined by a coin toss. You win it. You get to throw the cochonnet. Then, the players aim to throw their bulls as close to the cochonnet as possible. They must stay in the circle and keep both feet planted.
Anything else you can tell me about pétanque?
I could, but I'd rather not. I don't want to take up your time with trivial details, officer.
I got it.
You'll put that knowledge to good use in 50 years. I'm sure of that, officer.
Flatterer.
I don't like where this is going, officer. Don't you think we should do something else now?
No, I want to talk to him. I promise it won't be about pétanque.
Hurry up then.
Tell me about the dead man.
Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really.
Nothing?
No, officers. I'm sorry. And I really would like to assist. You are both good guys. I can see that.
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the ghost caviar in the Union. Someone must know something.
Gauche caviar.
Gauche caviar. The leftist.
Fish eggs?
Yeah. I'm trying to, like, gauche caviar. What would that mean exactly?
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip. Everyone knows and respects that. Respects?
Sounds a bit like you're holding back.
I'm not even anyone.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of Union prick he can't even speak properly.
Thanks, the Mercat.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it?
Oh,
Is that
okay.
Okay, René? I'm not anyone impotent.
Yeah, the caviar left. In, when I worked for the oil company, there was reference to the the champagne and caviar set in Vancouver, who were the only people who would ever protest a pipeline.
Yeah. Everyone up north called them granola munchers, though.
I wouldn't count on people in Alberta offices to really be in touch with what goes on the ground.
Are you a union member?
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties, help with little things. Evrard, Edgar, and the older debarders all know me.
So you're not an actual member?
Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card, but Evrard keeps me on the payroll, just for the little things.
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I knew that. He's a Weservein. Turns the way the wind blows and tries to look important. I hate the socialist rabble, but even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence. Never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already.
What are the little things you do for Everard?
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words, people say.
What kinds of things do you write for him, Mr. Editor?
Nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About Martinez and how things are and how they could be. Evrard and I had these long talks where...
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Thanks.
No, thank you.
Can
For
I...
being consummate professionals. You'll have to
Forgot you can ask for his sandwich.
Yeah, I'm going to. Looks delicious. Can I have a bite of that?
I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share food. Nothing personal, it's just a principle.
The only one you have.
The sandwich looks like a culinary wonder. Well made and abundant in components. The author sure knew their craft. In addition to the obvious slice of ham, a fat one, you notice a brim of a tomato peeking from below. And is that mayonnaise?
Don't be a dick, Gaston.
Please, man, can I just have a bite?
Believe me, officer, I wish I could help you, but I need this sandwich to keep my blood sugar stable.
Please,
In my
friend.
age, you need to pay attention to these things.
Please, let's just share it.
Fuck off! It's mine! Sorry, officer. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it in a bad way. But the sandwich is mine. I'm not gonna share it.
When the dissidents come to rape our country, he hides. But try to get a bite of his dear sandwich and he gets claws? We are a special kind of vermin, Gaston.
Okay, okay. This is a white check. So, fingers crossed.
A man so principled about his sandwich calls for a principled approach. Time to get political.
Oh no.
I'm already tripping knee deep in politics, baby.
You really do. Now, unleash the fury.
Your blood sandwich.
It's a tool of the oppressors designed to keep the proletariat docile. Let's do it. Okay. I don't think this will shut me out from later asking for a sandwich. I don't know. What? PM Avery's is calling for number 3, though. Yeah, what if I get him upset? And then I won't get to sample the sandwich and give him critique notes on the sandwich. Blood sandwich.
I like that thought.
Blood sandwich.
Just gonna put the pedal to the metal here, huh?
Full communism. Swinging hard left. No middle sliders.
What? What?
I am not going to listen to this comic connery.
Huh?
Let me ask you, comrade, did you make the sandwich yourself?
Yes, officer.
Oh, still,
No.
the overabundance of the sandwich embodies is inherently evil.
I really don't understand how my sandwich could.
Wouldn't you rather have a proper sandwich? A sandwich with a soul?
I would rather just have this one, officer. It's really good.
Tell this lost comrade what the people's sandwich would be like. Distill the essence of the working man in a sandwich.
Imagine a sandwich covered entirely in fine metal dust from an industrial plant.
That sounds horrible. You really don't know your way around the kitchen, officer. Food
Okay.
and politics don't mix.
Good, good. So I can come up with a better
We
thing
will be back to
I will be
discuss this
back.
in the future.
to check out this sandwich. Alright, it's time to finish things with Kim, and then I can loot the body.
The real core of any RPG experience.
At least I hope I can loot the body without freezing it. I've only done it with the body frozen. Doopy-doopy-doop-doop-doo. Mhm.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Good night.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Okay.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
Just look into the night.
the dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right here.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different in Jamrock, in the GRIH.
Why are they like this?
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the unit, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our two precincts.
And in Jamrock, in the GRIH?
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works, our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
Night. Captain Bartholomew Price steps into the yard. A piebald horse waits by the motor carriage, chewing oats out of an oat bag. Seagulls fly overhead. The sky is black. Captain Price wears a black suit and a standard patrol coat as he mounts the horse to head home. Rows of houses on either side, hunching over the sidewalks, and Precinct 41 with its dome roof growing distant. Around him, the streets are silent. A kid on the corner waves at the captain as he takes the turn on Petition and Main. The horse neighs. The captain nods back. Thanks, kid, he thinks. He's grateful.
I hope our investigations will help improve the situation here, at least do some good.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
He is very tired, but the dark circles under his eyes make him look younger, not older.
Thank you for this.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Alrighty. Doodly doodly doo doo. See ya. Why, yes, I am going to bed right now.
So stealthy.
Ooh, I can have a bath first. I'm not having a bath first. I'll have a bath after. We have not had a shower yet, but we have unlocked the ability to have a shower, which is very big.
Yes. That's critical, I feel. It's very important.
Mm-hmm. Again, I don't know for sure this will work. But I want them.
The man is decomposed.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
At the autopsy, you said you have ancient mysteries.
Oh yes, Kobo mi Lobo. In the gift horse's mouth. Tracts and wakes and waterways. Ancient materials buried.
Where?
Just a small gulp away, my beloved Kobo.
Oh no.
A small gulp away. Come back later, Kobo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also See me in your dreams.
Doesn't look like I can get them.
The man is decomposed.
Shoot, Looney Rooney. Because you laughed at me. Do I remind you of someone? No, not quite. Sure I do. You just don't want to admit it. Come back later.
Maybe
disappointing.
Kuno, can you help me take his boots off?
Fuck does Kuno care? Right, Pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it?
Nope.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't fuck.
Alright. Save time. So, we did get quite a bit done. We did that. I don't know. Achieve all of our dreams.
No. Yeah.
We at least talked
it would have been
to
nice to get the
Everarch.
boots.
Yeah. Do we need to ask Kuno about the armor? I don't think we can ask Kuno about the armor. I don't know why you wouldn't let me put the body in the freezer. Maybe it was because I finished the autopsy.
Ooh, maybe? I don't know though. Yeah.
If the body's still there tomorrow, like if Kim doesn't take it away, then we can try to put it in the freezer with him.
Yeah. Because, like, I remember that you wake up. By the time you're awake, Kim has, like, taken it and come back.
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe... I don't know if Kuno ever goes to bed. Maybe it's because Kuno's here, or maybe there's something else. I don't know. But there's definitely still stuff that I haven't seen yet in the game that we're running across. Just little dialogue things that have to do with our successes and failures.
They really do seem to have something for everything.
Yeah.
It feels very rewarding.
Yeah, and I especially still really like that, like, white checks can be redone later. Like, it's not... It feels like such a loss to be cut out of a dialogue path. Need access to the Kitchen of the Whirling. I've already got access to the Kitchen of the Whirling. Can you just click the boots? No, it's part of his body. Yeah, let's read subs.
All right.
Doodly doodly doo. Thank you to Original Garwolf for 60 months. This sub brought to you by Porn Cop, now serving 15 years for public indecency. Pew 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 pew.
Jenny Fuchsia has subbed for the 81st month. Thank you so much.
Iviarel has been here for 28 months. Thank you.
DSA Trav has come back for the 26th month. Thank you.
E-Block gave us 1,000 bits. Two of my favorite people playing one of my favorite games could watch these streams forever. Catch you in the VOD. Hello to the VOD and hello YouTube.
Hello YouTube. Hydro Wiggins sub for the 58th month, saying Revachol forever.
And welcome Raiders from Lumi. And thank you for subbing Yes Yup. 81 months. Thank you for another engaging exploration of Revachol. You're welcome.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that wraps it up here for this week.
At 5 o'clock, the Ben and Adam squad should be rolling in to play some more Bloodburn. Wish them luck. And tomorrow is a watch and play. I think there's a play it forward in the morning, and I believe there's a watch and play, and then they are playing a board game about steampunk racing. Yes, that is
Sounds
all the
fun.
things. All right, that's it. We did it. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.